Picture a hip-hop empire that has dominated the Atlanta scene for more than 20 years. T.I. and Tiny, the ultimate power couple, who have faced every storm, from courtroom battles to headline-making scandals, stood together as the crowned first family of the South. But what if the very foundation of this dynasty was built on a shattering deception? Right now, social media is erupting into chaos, and the spark that ignited this wildfire belongs to none other than the rap world's most notorious provocateur and mogul, 50 Cent. In a move sending shockwaves across the entertainment universe, 50 Cent has dropped a bombshell so explosive it could crumble the Harris legacy forever. This time, he's not just trolling. He claims to possess DNA proof suggesting that King Harris, the family's most outspoken and controversial son, isn't actually T's biological child. This isn't just another rap feud. It strikes at the core of a man who built his persona around family loyalty and the crown of the South. The real turmoil, however, ignited when this news hit home. As the world waited for T.I. to rise to the defense of his wife and son like he always does, the unimaginable unfolded. Reports began circulating of a dramatic internal breakdown. Allegedly, in a surge of raw, unfiltered rage triggered by the DNA revelation, T.I. didn't direct his fury at 50 Cent. He unleashed it on Tiny. Sources say the rubber band man himself turned on his longtime partner, confronting her in the harshest terms, allegedly calling the mother of his children a hooker in front of their inner circle. Is this just 50 Cent executing his usual psychological games on T.I.? Or has a long-hidden secret finally emerged from the shadows of the Harris mansion? Today, we're diving headfirst into the heart of this exploding scandal. We'll trace the origins of these claims, explore King Harris's defiant stand, and ask the burning question: can T.I. and Tiny's marriage survive a blow this personal? Buckle up, because the fallout from this DNA drama is only going to intensify before any resolution appears. The tension between 50 Cent and T.I. isn't a sudden flare-up. It's a long-running psychological chess match that has finally reached its boiling point with these incendiary DNA allegations. For years, the hip-hop world has watched as 50 Cent, the undisputed king of digital trolling, has targeted T's reputation, his street credibility, and the inner workings of his family. But this latest strike is different. It's no playful meme, no harmless jab. This is a surgical blow aimed straight at the heart of T's manhood and his legacy as a father. The rumor mill went into overdrive when 50 Cent allegedly uncovered evidence suggesting that King Harris, the most outspoken and controversial member of the Harris family, might not share the same bloodline as the King of the South. To understand why this revelation hits so hard, one must look at the father-son dynamic. While T.I. has long projected an image of poised, high-level leadership, King has often been the wild card, frequently clashing publicly and behaving in ways that seem to set him apart from his father's polished Atlanta royalty persona. A master observer, 50 Cent reportedly seized on this disconnect, spinning a narrative that perhaps King behaves differently because he isn't truly a tip. As these claims began circulating behind the scenes of the industry, the digital world transformed into a battlefield. 50 Cent's history of exposing secrets is legendary. He's the man who has dismantled careers with a single Instagram post. So when he hinted at DNA proof, the world didn't scoff, they leaned in. Reports suggest tension within the Harris household had been quietly simmering for months, with T.I. allegedly questioning King's behavior more and more. According to sources close to 50 Cent, a secret test was conducted, and the results landed like a nuclear bomb in what had once been a calm, controlled home. The claim is that the genetic markers simply didn't match. For a man like T.I., who has built his entire empire around the family-first mantra and the legacy of the hustle family, even the whisper of this allegation is a direct strike at his pride. 50 Cent knows precisely where to press. By dragging King's paternity into the spotlight, he has cornered T.I., forcing him to either disprove the world or face the most humiliating blow of his career. The chaos didn't stay confined to 50 Cent's social media. It spilled into the streets of Atlanta, a city where the Harris name commands immense respect. Fans and critics began digging through old footage, scrutinizing King's features, comparing him to T.I. and Tiny, searching for any evidence to support or debunk 50 Cent's explosive claim. This is celebrity culture at its darkest, where bloodlines become a topic of global debate. Meanwhile, inside the Harris mansion, the situation was reportedly unraveling. T.I. is renowned for his composure and measured words, yet sources say this was the breaking point. The pressure of being T.I., the teacher, the rapper, the father, collided with the raw, primal fear of betrayal by the person he trusted most, Tiny. 50 Cent's involvement acted as a catalyst, turning a private doubt into a public nightmare. He wasn't merely alleging that a child wasn't his rival's. He was insinuating that Tiny, the woman who had stood beside T.I. through prison bids and career highs, had been living a double life for nearly 2 decades. The shockwaves reached every corner of the hip-hop community. Fellow rappers and insiders began choosing sides. Some criticized 50 Cent for dragging children into a feud, while others whispered that he rarely makes claims of this magnitude without some form of evidence. The conversation quickly shifted from music to DNA, and King Harris found himself trapped at the eye of a storm he never asked for. Often dismissed as a spoiled celebrity kid trying too hard to fit the streets, this scandal unexpectedly humanized him. Suddenly, he wasn't just a headline figure. He was a young man whose very identity was being dissected on a global stage. T's early silence only fueled the rumors, letting speculation spiral out of control. In the world of viral news, quiet often reads like admission of guilt or signs of total internal collapse. As this first chapter of the saga closed, the stage was set for a complete family breakdown. The claims from 50 Cent were only the spark. The real explosion erupted behind closed doors when T.I. finally confronted Tiny. This wasn't a calm discussion between husband and wife. It was an interrogation. The shock of the DNA results allegedly stripped T.I. of his king persona, leaving a man who felt deceived and betrayed. The shift from 50 Cent's trolling to T's personal meltdown marked the moment the story evolved from an internet meme into a tragic, intimate family crisis. While the world watched screens, the real devastation unfolded in the hallways of their Atlanta mansion, where 20 years of trust reportedly burned to ash in just 20 minutes. Every shocked gasp from fans seemed to echo the screams of betrayal inside the house, leading to the moment T.I. allegedly looked at the woman he loved and saw a stranger, uttering words that would forever alter their relationship. The confrontation that followed 50 Cent's public strike against the Harris family legacy was nothing short of cinematic tragedy. Within the walls of their mansion, the air reportedly turned icy as the weight of the DNA allegations sank in. T.I., a man known for his calculated vocabulary and ability to outwit any opponent, allegedly found himself speechless, until the silence erupted into a storm of accusations. This was bigger than an Instagram post. It was about 20 years of history, the prison visits Tiny endured, the reality shows that portrayed them as the gold standard of hip-hop families, and every battle they faced together against the world. When the alleged results were revealed, the King of the South reportedly watched his empire crumble, not from rival lyrics, but from perceived betrayal at the very core of his home. Tensions that had simmered for years over minor disputes and public spats boiled over into a scorched-earth argument that insiders say shook the foundation of their marriage. As the confrontation escalated, words began to fly. Sources claim that in a moment of blinded rage, T.I. abandoned his usual composure, targeting Tiny's character with the most venomous language imaginable. And it was in this heated storm that the shocking hooker allegation emerged. A word like that carries an almost unbearable weight in a marriage built on mutual respect and public image. To understand why such a word could even be spoken, you have to trace the turbulent path the Harrises have navigated. Their relationship has never been a fairy tale. It's been a raw, public battle for stability. From the 2016 divorce filing that was ultimately called off, to decades of rumors about open arrangements and third-party involvement, the seeds of distrust had long been sown. 50 Cent simply poured fuel on those seeds, allowing them to sprout into a full-blown monster. Allegedly, T.I. felt that if the DNA results were accurate, every sacrifice he had made, every time he defended Tiny's honor in the streets, had been wasted on someone who had been playing a double game all along. The psychological toll on Tiny in that moment cannot be overstated. For years, she had been the backbone of the Harris empire, enduring the heat of T's legal troubles and standing as the matriarch of a sprawling blended family. To be met with such a scathing label from the man she helped elevate into a mogul marked a turning point. Sources close to the situation say the house instantly fractured, with staff and security witnessing a breakdown in communication that seemed beyond repair. The hooker remark wasn't just an insult. It was a demolition of her identity as a wife and mother. While T.I. reeled from the hit to his ego and legacy, Tiny was reportedly left defending the entirety of her life's work. The irony wasn't lost on observers. T.I., a man who has faced his own share of outside rumors and side-piece allegations, was now claiming the moral high ground in the most aggressive way possible. This hypocrisy reportedly intensified the fire, turning a paternity dispute into a full-scale character assassination on both sides. Meanwhile, the ripples of this private explosion began leaking into Atlanta's social scene. In the high-stakes world of urban entertainment, reputation is currency. And if T.I. truly believed his wife had been unfaithful to the point of a paternity scandal, his king persona would instantly crumble. This is why his anger was so explosive. It was defensive, desperate, and raw. By labeling Tiny so harshly, T.I. was allegedly trying to shield himself from the humiliation, placing the full weight of blame squarely on her while 50 Cent sat back, watching the storm he had unleashed. The conversation quickly shifted from "Is King Harris really his son?" to "How long has this marriage been built on a lie?" Fans and investigators alike began combing through old interviews, searching for moments where Tiny spoke about their struggles, looking for clues that she might have been hiding a secret of this magnitude. Every red carpet appearance, every family hustle episode, every social media post was suddenly under scrutiny. The breach of trust wasn't just between husband and wife, it was between the celebrity couple and the millions who had invested emotionally in their story. The fallout from this confrontation marks arguably the darkest chapter in the Harris family saga. What began as a rap feud had transformed into a deeply personal tragedy, a family being torn apart by the very fame that once elevated them. As T.I. reportedly pulled away from the situation, the silence from the Harris camp became deafening. This wasn't a crisis that could be remedied with a clever tweet or a marketing stunt. The damage done in that heated moment, the hooker accusation and the denial of a son's biological bond, created a rift no fortune or fame could repair. As this chapter closes, the focus shifts from the parents to the child trapped in the middle. While T.I. and Tiny tore each other down over 50 Cent's claims, King Harris was left standing amidst the wreckage of his own identity, forced to watch the two people he called mom and dad transform into strangers before his very eyes. The stage was now set for the ultimate question. What becomes of a prince when the king denies his throne? As the dust settled on the immediate chaos within the Harris household, the story entered its most complex and devastating phase, the aftermath and the desperate search for the truth. In the ruthless world of celebrity gossip, a claim as monumental as questionable paternity doesn't simply vanish. It casts a shadow over every future interaction. For King Harris, this was not just another viral headline. It was a direct challenge to his very existence and sense of self. Despite the whirlwind of rumors ignited by 50 Cent's relentless, calculated social media onslaught, King Harris chose to confront the fire head-on. Instead of hiding away in the shadows of the Harris mansion, he stepped into the spotlight, reaffirming his loyalty to his mother while mounting his own raw, emotional defense. For a young man often dismissed by critics as just a celebrity kid playing a role, this moment revealed a depth of unfiltered defiance few anticipated. King wasn't merely defending a name. He was standing amid the wreckage of a family dynamic that had been torn apart in the court of public opinion. The validity of these DNA claims remains the most explosive and debated element of the saga. While 50 Cent has cemented a legendary reputation for exposing hidden truths and delivering receipts against rivals, the hip-hop community began questioning the true nature of this attack. Was this a masterclass in psychological warfare, designed to break T.I. from within, or a genuine revelation of a long-buried family secret? Industry insiders note that 50 Cent is a master of half-truths, often twisting a kernel of reality into a storm of chaos. Yet in this case, the objective truth of the DNA seemed almost secondary to the damage already done. The alleged hooker accusation and the subsequent verbal fallout had created a rift so deep that no PR strategy could easily repair it. The Harris Empire, long marketed as the emblem of the hustle family, a symbol of unity and black excellence, suddenly felt like a fragile house of cards, crumbling under the weight of internal distrust. Behind the scenes, the legal and financial consequences of this fallout are immense and potentially irreversible, leaving the family empire teetering on the edge of collapse. The Harris family name is far more than just a surname. It represents a multi-million-dollar empire, spanning reality TV contracts, music publishing catalogs, and a wide array of high-level business ventures. A public paternity scandal and a domestic collapse of this magnitude threatened to destabilize every deal and contract on the table. If T.I. and Tiny were to officially end their marriage over these allegations, the division of their hustle family assets could easily become one of the most expensive and legally complex divorces in entertainment history. But beyond the money and business stakes lies the devastating human cost. King Harris and his siblings have been thrust into a public civil war they neither started nor can control. The King of the South may have technically survived 50 Cent's initial strike, but it came at the expense of his family's peace and, perhaps most painfully, his son's respect. Social media continues to act as a double-edged sword, slicing deeper with every passing hour. While some corners of the internet churn out memes, a growing portion of the audience expresses scandal fatigue and genuine concern. Fans are exhausted from watching a legendary family, one that stood as a symbol of resilience for over 2 decades, be torn apart by the provocation of an outsider. Amid this chaos, a surprising wave of support has rallied around Tiny Harris. Many now view her as the ultimate survivor, weathering TEA's bruised ego and 50 Cent's calculated attacks. As clicks and views continue to pour in, the ultimate question looms larger than ever. Can the Harris family ever reclaim their throne as Atlanta's royal family? Trust, once shattered by the incendiary words spoken in the heat of this DNA drama, is a fragile commodity, one that may never be restored to its original state. In the final analysis, this entire saga stands as a chilling reminder of just how fragile modern fame can be. 50 Cent has shown that in today's digital era, you don't need record sales or chart-topping hits to defeat a rival. You only need to find the smallest crack in their personal armor and pry until everything collapses. As this chapter of the Harris family drama closes, everyone is standing at a crossroads. T.I. is left struggling to reclaim a throne that now feels hollow. Tiny is fighting to rebuild the dignity that was publicly attacked, while King Harris must navigate a path that can no longer be defined solely by his father's legacy. Whether the DNA results are factual or an expertly crafted piece of malicious fiction, the fallout is undeniably real. The King of the South may still wear the crown, but the throne room has never felt emptier or quieter. This proves that in the ruthless world of hip-hop, the deadliest weapon isn't a diss track, it's the truth. Or at least, the truth as the world is led to believe it. And the story is far from over. What do you think? Does 50 Cent actually have receipts to back up these DNA claims? Or is this just another masterclass in trolling from the king of social media beef? And what about T.I. and Tiny? Can a marriage survive this level of public humiliation and private betrayal? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get the conversation started. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Harris family drama, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the biggest stories in hip-hop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.